and the Dietitian.
I'm Chef AJ.
And I'm Julieanna Hever, the plant-based dietitian.
Together, we're the chef and the dietitian,
and we make healthy taste delicious.
So today we're going to make cauliflower au gratin.
And what is au gratin?
It means with cheese.
With cheese. Of course, we don't use cheese.
Right.
So AJ came up with a great recipe for a faux Parmesan cheese.
I love that word faux.
Faux, right.
F-A-U-X,
right.
not F-O-E.
No, right, yes. And what's so great about it is we're going to use some nutrient-rich ingredients to give that flavor of that cheesy kind of salty, delicious flavor without the salt, without the cheese. So what we are going to use, I'm just going to pop out the ingredients. One of the things is nutritional yeast, and everyone needs to know about nutritional yeast. It's like this kind of grainy, cheesy looking powder, but it's filled with B vitamins. And if you are on a entirely whole food plant-based diet like we are, you need to have your B12 every day. You need to make sure you're getting some B12, and this is a great source to get it. And it really does taste like cheese.
It's delicious. On
pop it on popcorn. That's one of my
yeah.
favorite things. Yeah, my kids will eat it. You could stick it in any kind of sauce or dressing or
so good.
Casseroles. Yeah, so that's one great thing
That's
we're going to
our
use.
secret ingredient.
Right.
Secret, ancient.
Right.
Secret.
And the other thing is AJ uses this Benson's Table Tasty, which is a salt-free seasoning. It's kind of like an all-purpose seasoning.
It's just dehydrated herbs.
Yes.
None of the fake potassium chloride like in many salt substitutes.
Right, and we don't want to have any of those chemicals or any kind of synthetic compounds to consume that you can have on a regular basis. This is something you could use on a regular basis. There's other kinds too. For my faux Parmesan recipe, I use kelp instead. So it's like a powdered kelp. It's a seaweed, and that has a lot of B vitamins and other kinds of nutrients.
And it has a salty flavor because it's a sea mineral without having all that sodium.
Exactly, and it's filled with all these different minerals that are rich from the ocean.
And it's tasty too.
And it's very tasty, yes.
So cauliflower is one thing
Oh.
I've never loved, but I like it this way, so I'm interested to see what you think about it. But why do you think, I mean, tell us about cauliflower. It's good for us.
No, it really is. It is good for you. It's a cruciferous vegetable, which of course we know is something that can reduce your risk of cancer in the future. We want to have as much cruciferous vegetables, like also broccoli and cabbage and all those, really high in phytonutrients. And it's also high in vitamin C. There's a lot of different great reasons that cauliflower, the kind of quiet, healthy vegetable, is.
You know what the raw foodists do with it? We could do this in another episode. Is they actually take it raw and they shred it and they make like a coleslaw or a rice. It's actually a really fun way to do it.
Yeah, you can mash it up and make it like potatoes.
Instead of mashed potatoes.
Yeah, and it tastes really good. It's got a very
good.
similar consistency when it's cooked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to show you, I personally never liked cauliflower till Zell Allen showed me this recipe, which I tweaked a little bit. Zell Allen, the nut gourmet, a good friend of ours. So she used almonds. I'm using cashews, but it doesn't really matter. You know, any nut. Use Brazil nuts. So 1 cup of raw. Always raw, though, and always unsalted. That's great about having either a Vitamix or a Contact. It's so easy.
Yes.
So the first thing we're going to do is make the faux Parmesan, and keep that for everything. We put it on baked potatoes. We put it on salads, soup. Good. It's just good on everything.
It really just intensifies the flavors.
And it's cheaper than the ones you buy in the store, and it doesn't have any of the synthetic ingredients like you say. So 1 cup of nuts to half a cup of the nutritional yeast, and 1 tablespoon of Benson's Table Tasty or any other salt-free blend that you like. That's about my ratio, 1 cup to 1/2 to 1 tablespoon. And I love this product. It comes in so many different flavors, and I think it's delicious. So, oops, gotta always make sure that when you're working with dry, you don't want any wet on your blender. And then blend.
That's a good tip.
Yeah. That's our 8-second cheese.
Really?
Now, I blanch this. I prefer to blanch more than steam.
Tell us how you blanch.
Well, blanching, you know, one of the reasons I think Chinese restaurants, the food is so good is because I found the secret is they actually blanch their vegetables first. So when you order something like broccoli or vegetables, it's been immersed in boiling water for like maybe 2 minutes, so it keeps the green. I know you.
So they literally just put it in the boiling water and take
like
it right
2 minutes,
out.
right? And then different vegetables will be longer, but you'll know till it's fork tender or the way you want it. But when you steam vegetables sometimes, or when you boil them, it really cooks out many of the nutrients, and it just doesn't taste as good. So I like blanching as my preferred way, and it still gets nice and soft, and it's very quick. So you need to get a big pot and really have the water really boiling, and 2 minutes, 5 minutes, depending on your taste.
It doesn't matter the size. Like this kind of looks like a big chunk of.
Yeah, but if it actually, I thought it would be prettier to leave it like that. This is my pot. If you have a small pot, then cut your cauliflower off.
So I meant as far as length of length of time.
Yes, well, you're absolutely right. So if you have a big unit like that, it's going to be longer. If we cut it up, probably 2 minutes would run. This went about 5. So I'm going to just pour this all over the top.
What a simple, quick meal.
And it's so yummy. And I'm telling you. So I know we're eating.
I didn't want you to.
Just
don't mind us.
Let me see.
Is it right?
I don't even like cauliflower. That's what's so interesting about this.
Wow.
It's
really good.
I know. Do you think your
it.
kids would eat this?
You know, I'm going to try this. I wonder because I do like the nutritional yeast kind of effect.
But even if you don't like cauliflower, make the faux parmesan. It's good on pastas. It's good on everything that you would use regular
This is
parmesan.
it's really good. It brings out the flavor of the cauliflower.
The only problem with doing this show is I literally can't stop eating.
Don't talk with your mouth full. So I'll just say thank you for joining us on another episode of The Chef and the Dietitian.
And remember, if you want healthy in your kitchen, ask the chef and the dietitian.
Ciao for now.